Are we completely losing our ability to think for ourselves? Joe Rogan and Dean Radin sit down to discuss the dark side of AI hallucinations.
Imagine a society where this technology that you're developing, imagine this, you continue this research 10, 20, 30 years. What do we have? What does this look like? What does you and me even talking look like? One of the reasons why I insist on doing these things in person, because I think it's a very different experience. I just intuitively, it just feels different when someone's in the room. When you're having a conversation with someone in the room, I've had great conversations with people through Zoom, like with Edward Snowden. When we do podcasts, we have to do it that way for obvious reasons. But there's something missing. People, when you and I are talking right now, there's something else going on. Our minds are connecting, and we're connecting somehow with all the people that are listening. There's this weird thing that happens, and it happens when people are in proximity to each other, when they're right in the same room with each other. There's something to that.
Right. So now think of the downside, the compensation for having phones everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So you talk to teachers about it, and they are running scared.
Sure.
Right? Kids don't know how to write anything anymore.
No attention span.
And not only that, if you start relying on Perplexity or any other kind of AI, you're in serious trouble because those things are not perfect.
Right. Right.
And
they have hallucinations.
Yeah,
they give you bad information.
Right.
I'm sure you saw this. There was a gentleman who was recently, he was a lawyer involved in a case, and he was citing these.
Oh, yeah.
You know that story?
Yeah.
So he's citing various cases that just didn't exist.
Yep.
And he had gotten them from AI.
Yeah.
And
it probably looked structurally correct, except it wasn't actually real.
He thought he had it. Like,
Yeah.
beautiful. I got this case wrapped up. And the judge was like, none of these things you're saying have happened. They're not true.
That's some other world.
Bizarre, right? Well, hopefully that'll get ironed out, right?
Yeah.
But the point is, you're relying now on the device to do all the thinking for you.
Yeah.
And you're not absorbing much of that information. You're not absorbing it the same way.
I can say as a scientist that AI is making my job much, much, much easier. So I use Claude Code a lot. We use it also in our genetic research. It is making things more efficient because basically for coding up until things like Claude Code, it took a lot of skill and time to be able to write something that did what you wanted to do.
But you're already a disciplined thinker. You're not a developing mind.
Well, not only that, but when I ask AI to help me write something, I immediately see all kinds of things that it doesn't know. I say, well, where did you even get that information? It basically responds, well, I scraped it off of the entire internet. Well, you didn't scrape very well because, did you look at this and did you look at this and that? And it comes back immediately and says, oh, I apologize. I didn't look at that part. Because the algorithms are designed to work fast.
Right.
And so it'll pull like the surface off, and usually that's okay.
It could be a troll Reddit post where someone's just fucking around.
Who knows what it is?
Yeah,
it's like half of Wikipedia is written by teenagers.
Right.
So, so you need to already have a knowledge base so they can challenge what it's telling you because sometimes it's completely off.
Right. Well, this is in the beginning stages of this application, right? If you think about the beginning stages of the printing press, most of the books were like how to spot witches.
Yeah. It's true. So one hopes that things will, well, of course, the danger at this point is the AI is eventually write itself.
Right.
And it's already getting to that point.
Right.
And then we completely lose what's going on. We have no idea.
Right. That gets weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was already true with the development of neural networks. So I was using neural networks back in the 80s when the idea first came up. And so you would learn that this is related to that. And I would do it through the neural network training. And then you say, well, what did you learn? You couldn't figure it out because you have all of these weights and nodes inside the network that were encoding the information, but you couldn't then extract out from it to say, well, how did you learn this? It couldn't even tell you how it learned it, but it did, and it learned it really well. So that's a lot of that is going on in the AI world too. That it's learning things really, really well, but it's too complex for us to understand.
Right. But do you think if you emphasize disciplined thinking and teach people specifically how to think and how to learn and how to do for themselves, that they could then expand upon that knowledge with AI instead of using it as a crutch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Is that happening? I haven't seen that yet.
Well, I haven't seen it either, but one of the things that gives me pause is the popularity of long-form conversations like this. Because we have this concept about today and about human beings in general that we're losing our attention span. But yet, what's one of the most popular mediums? It's long-form podcasts.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think there is still a hunger from a lot of people. And whether it's people that grew up at a different time where they did learn how to think and now they're missing it and then they could find it in long-form conversations, or whether it's just always going to be something that some people intuitively gravitate towards because they need more stimulation than they're getting from these simple TikTok videos and Instagram reels.
Yeah.
And I think there's like we have this generalization about the perceptions of people, and they're oh, we've lost all of our ability to concentrate. Like we don't care. Everyone has a short attention span. I don't think everyone. I think a lot of people, because it's easy. Right? If you leave junk food in front of a lot of people, they will eat it. If you leave healthy food in front of disciplined people, they will say, I don't want the junk food. I'm going to have the eggs and I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to take vitamins. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do because I know the benefits of it because I'm a thinking person.
Right.
You
You may still want the junk food.
Right.
But you're able to override that.
Yes. You'll be able to disciplined thinking, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe education will move into a realm of being able to understand your own personal psychology, being able to understand the value of discipline and the value of having a structure to the way you think and being able to apply those things, and then also recognizing that whatever this AI is doing, it's just giving you information. It doesn't make you smarter. Mm-hmm. It's not giving you more knowledge. It's just giving you data. And you have to then learn how to assimilate that data in an actionable way where you could use it in life.
Right.
And we could teach people how to do that maybe.
I hope so.
And, yeah, I mean, it seems possible. But again, it's like every single technology that comes around. When television came around, people were terrified that people were just going to stare at the TV all day. And a lot of them did.
They do, yeah.
A lot of them did. But also television, which led to the internet. Well, yeah, it's definitely distracting people. Yeah. But also, we have more access to information, more of an understanding of so many different things than ever before. And you have the ability to have a conversation like this.
Right.
A 3-hour weird conversation about a very esoteric subject.
It's not that weird.
No, I mean, it's not weird. And it's cool.
It's different.
It's exciting.
So,
I mean, for the people that are interested in this kind of conversation, this is like food for them. You know, they're like, oh, exciting. You know, I guarantee you a bunch of people will see this and see the description of it in Spotify and go, ooh, this is going to be a good one. You know, because there's a lot of people that have a hunger for interesting things. You know, I'm not a dooms guy when it comes to technology. I have a feeling we're going to sort it out, but I think it's going to be a bit of a battle, a bit of a struggle. It's a new thing, and exceptional people are always going to exist, and there's always going to be people that aren't going to be willing to just give in to whatever this thing is that gives them this crutch and just become a blob that just presses buttons to get information instead of thinking. I think people are always going to want to think. It's part of what's fascinating about being a person is learning new things, expanding your understanding of things. And just pretending you do it's a party trick, but the real fascination is actually learning something that changes your perceptions. I think people are always going to want that.